Hello, my name is Leroy Tyler. I'm with Quantum Natural Health and Wellness, and we're here with another testimonial to talk about what Quantum's practice can do for helping people with their physical challenges. We'd like to talk to Mr. Bob Johnson. He is the president and founder of Club E, which is an entrepreneurial development organization right here in College Park. And he has some information to give us about some health challenges that he had that Quantum Natural Health and Wellness was able to help solve under the guidance of Dr. Samuel Peters III. Bob, it's so nice for you to be with us and give us this testimony.
I'm happy to do it.
Okay.
Always happy to give testimony to people that make things work, right?
Absolutely. So knowing you as we do, we know that you're well able to articulate what is on your mind with what happened with the issue that you had with a problem. Could you give us a diagnosis where you had a hand tremor? And what was the complete diagnosis as to why this became a problem to you?
So traditionally, when your hand starts to shake or something, you start to think of Parkinson's disease and all these other kinds of ailments that, because people self-diagnose themselves all the time, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And usually it's not right, but doesn't stop them. So with Dr. Peters here as a member of Club E, it's good to have our own in-house doctor here that I can come to, especially I've been believing for years for homeopathic solutions to my health. I have a kinesiologist I've been with for 15 years, and chiropractor and kinesiologist, and we always take the healthy remedy versus antibiotics or drugs or pharmaceuticals or that type of thing to try to see what's wrong with you. And so I came over to see Dr. Peters about it, and I said, hey, my hands are trembling. I'm a little worried that I might have early signs of Parkinson's disease or something like that, because you always think the worst, when you don't know, right? You don't have the knowledge or experience to understand it. And I said, well, let's take a look at it. So I went through a whole exam with him, and with his little infrared light and everything, and doing that. So that helped a lot to get the treatment. And then we started taking some of these pills. And I'm trying to think of the name of what those are.
That's probably, one of them had to be Alpha 7, the other one had to be Neuro Spark.
Neuro Spark, that's the one that really was for the hands.
Yes.
So I started taking that for about a month, and noticed a noticeable change in my hand tremors. I had severe shaking like this.
How severe?
It was probably like this.
Okay.
But now I don't have that.
How long did it last?
We look at it, it's probably about 6 months ago that this thing started, maybe a little less than that. And I think I had either 1 or 2 months supply, I don't know that. But I know that I noticed in about a month it was better.
Okay.
So I didn't have to refill at the thing, which is good. If you don't have to keep taking something, it's always good. But Dr. Peters is keeping an eye on me, say, how's your hand doing? And so having him right here at Club E, that helps, obviously, that we can communicate and find out how we're doing.
Okay.
And so just, I noticed a little bit in the last, couple of weeks, 3 weeks, maybe it was starting to have a little bit of hand tremor again. Maybe just, so I might need to go and get some more of the
Neuro Spark.
Neuro Spark and try to quiet down. But it's nice to know that, for very low cost treatment, which it is, the Neuro Spark is, that you can stop that. And most people that have an ailment or something, they overemphasizes it and they get more concerned about it, and that increases your condition, right? So it's every time you're worrying about something and, oh God, it's getting worse, and then the whole system, your whole neural system goes crazy, right?
Yes.
And so I'm not an overreactor at all. I'm usually a proactive person, and so I think that what Dr. Peters is doing is a very, very good, safe way to look at things before you go running to a doctor for surgery or things or pharmaceuticals or all of the things that people do today. There's better ways, more efficient ways.
Okay. So when you had the treatment and the light treatment and also the Neuro Spark, how long? You said it took about a month. You saw the change.
Noticeable.
Yeah, you noticeable. Okay. Now, how long has it been since you've been treated?
It's about 6 months, as I say.
About 6 months. Okay, since you've been treated.
Yeah. Maybe 5 months, but it was close to 6. So, and it was good for a long period of time, even after I ran out of the Neuro Spark, and it hadn't come for another light treatment since then. So I had another light treatment the other day, but that was for my abscess too. I had to do with my hands.
Okay.
So there's multiple things that Dr. Peters can do to help you. So.
Did you see any other symptoms besides your hand shaking with that condition?
So kind of the concerns that I had was I've always had a tremendous memory.
Yes.
So
yes.
I know getting old is one of the ingredients that takes away your memory. So
Yeah.
I'm 73 years old, so I'm not a spring chicken, but I'm kind of a fall chicken.
That's right. You're still in the running.
I'm still in the running,
Okay.
but not at the early running, at the back half of it. But so so I was knowing a little bit of memory loss. I mean, usually I can remember everybody's name, and I'm getting worse at remembering names and all that.
Yeah.
So you just, you start to complicate things yourself, right? So I said, well, I'm having memory loss, my hand shaking. This could be early signs of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, all these things, dementia, all those things. But, usually my mind is pretty sharp. So, after taking the pills, my hands stopped. And my memory, I don't think has gotten certainly any worse, or maybe I don't know if it's gotten any better. But I was more concerned about my hand shaking. That was much more concerned about, even at night when I was laying in bed and everything's quiet, I could feel my hand shaking. I haven't had that happen in 6 months. So.
Okay.
So that part of it's very good. So I'm all about homeopathic and healthy ways to take care of your body. And I think that my grandmother grew up with all the grandmother recipes. Homeopathic things. And
yes.
I've been taking apple cider vinegar for years. 2 ounces in the morning. That was my grandmother's cure for everything.
Yes, absolutely.
And so things like that, natural ways, have always been more part of my lifestyle than trying to do things with pharmaceuticals or drugs or anything. So,
okay, so do you feel like you're not noticing any more decline in terms of your memory? Have you feel any improvement, or you feel like the things might be coming back to normal?
So so the memory thing is, I'm pretty good with everything except names.
Yes.
So I mean, I can remember I can be in a meeting and talk about 3 different deals and all the numbers and all that off my top of my head. So people with dementia can't do that, or memory loss or anything like that. So
Yes.
I'm still pretty sharp that way.
Yes.
It's just that, so when I meet somebody casually, and I get their name or something, but I meet 100 people a week. So
Yes.
I mean, it's hard for me, and everybody says, "Don't you remember me?" And I said, "Well, I don't remember everybody." But,
Yes.
if they're writing me checks, I usually remember their name. So that's
Unforgettable.
That's usually, you remember those people. But so I think my memory is as good as probably as it should be for a person of 73 years of age, and
Okay.
probably better than most at my
Okay.
age. And the handshaking thing, and the hand has calmed down considerably, and certainly not the night effects it was when I first started with it before I took the pills.
Okay.
My hands were shaking at night, and even when I was resting, sitting in a chair,
Yes.
I could feel even both hands going, but don't get that now.
Okay. Well, that is the main thing that I was concerned about, because I, known you for a few years, and I was told that you had that issue. And we're concerned about that, and the doc said that he started treating it, and that you're starting to get better, and you don't have the problem anymore.
That's right.
So that is a major issue as we get older to be concerned about.
Sure.
And so that's why we wanted to get your testimony about this, because
I'm happy to give it.
very important information to get out there. And
So if your listeners do have, things that they over worry about, it's first to get 2 opinions, one medical doctor and maybe a homeopathic doctor.
Yes.
That can find a better solution for you without getting you mixed up with pharmaceuticals and surgeries and things that you may or may not need.
Yes, well, that's very practical information in the days and times we're in right now. But that is a major testimony that you're doing better right now, and we really appreciate the time that you took to give this to us, because this can help a lot of people. And for any other questions or issues that you have, you can contact the practice office. You can see the information right here, the phone number and the website, and get in contact with Quantum Natural Health and Wellness, and be their pleasure, our pleasure, to help you in any way we can dealing with whatever health challenges you may have. And thank you for your attention.